Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am Arrow's Bastion. We're doing a live watching of the Nintendo Direct, and I've got my Zelda hat on. Well, one of my many Zelda hats. And my hand-painted custom Zelda tank top and my Zelda tattoos, and we're hoping for it being Zelda's 35th anniversary, some exciting Zelda news, not just Breath of the Wild 2, but oh, it's starting. We'll see. And if you've never watched any of my videos before, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, and jumping up and down and stuff. Even if I get all of my dreams come true, you'll see probably pretty soon too. I'll play it for the camera.
How's it going so far? There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct.
And it better be Breath of the Wild 2.
Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize.
But
Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. Now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Yay! Oh, I knew it was gonna happen. Oh, I can't wait to play this again. So what have they done differently?
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
Well, I stand corrected.
How to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons.
I thought that would never happen.
We decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
That's going to make everybody jumping up and down. I'm still going to play motion control.
Swing the sword downward. Swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally. Just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
Okay.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop.
Oh, I will.
And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or a ramp, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
So I'm just going to talk over this since I don't really care about this. So as far as Skyward Sword HD, we all kind of assumed that was going to come because of some trademark issue or something or other. And everybody was saying, oh, I hope that they get rid of the motion controls and map it to buttons. And I was like, how would that even work? The whole game is designed around the motion controls. You can't just hit a button and attack because you have to be able to attack upwards or downwards or to the left or to the right or diagonal up or diagonal down. And it's not just attacking, it was all kinds of aspects. Solving puzzles involved the motion controls and things like rotating the keys to fit together and things like that. So I was like, Nintendo's never going to do that. So I'm glad I was wrong because this is going to make a lot of people actually want to play the game. For the first time, probably. I had no problem with the original motion controls, and I'm sure they're even better now, but I'm more than happy to try out the button thing to see how it works, but I'm probably going to stick with the regular motion controls. I would have liked them to have made a few extra changes to make it a little more modern. Like, they call it HD, but it looks exactly the same to my eyes. I don't see how that's any different or any better, so I don't know. I guess I would have liked them to have gone all out with the PT style that they had originally intended to do. If they could have really optimized that for a modern console, that would have been amazing. Oh well. Also, one of the other complaints that people had is that it felt now that we've had the experience of an open world, Skyward Sword definitely feels very piecemeal. It's like you go to this little area and you can just explore that area, and then you have to go all the way back into the clouds, and then you can go down to this area and so on. It would have been nice if they completely reinvented it to provide an open world experience where you can go to any of the three major areas that you wanted at any time you wanted, and that they were actually physically connected. Like, what if they went ahead and inserted land between those three areas and let you explore that
the
way?
latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3.
And
This game is
yeah,
scheduled to launch in
I'm excited to play it. I would have liked them
So it'll
to
be a
have
while.
changed a
We hope
few
you'll stay
more
tuned
things.
for more
I would have liked them to have
information at a later
showed
time.
an actual new trailer of Breath of the Wild 2,
Today,
but
we showed you a sampling of games coming.
I would have liked a Zelda 35th anniversary where they announced, like, they use the Link's Awakening engine and graphics and do an Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages remake for that and things along those lines. But, well, that's it for this episode. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.